Welcome to Truthful Tuesdays. You know we go live every Tuesday at 9:30, and you know, truth be told, I almost decided to not go live. I had that thought in my mind. I've been like crying today. It's been kind of a rough day, right? It's been a rough day. I'm a hospice nurse, and today was our first really rough day for me. The other nurses had a couple rough days, but for me, this was the first one. Yesterday we were singing, dancing, eating pizza, and today is a completely different day. And I'm so emotional, and I'm feeling it. So I was thinking, you know what? You of all people would, my love. This is like my purple people leader in my life, Carolyn. I love you. Oh my goodness. She always has some kind of purple, okay? If it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. I love it. So I contemplated not going live. I'm feeling so heavy, and I'm like, nope. We show up and we show out no matter where we are and how we feel, because this is a part of the process, right? Hey, Carolyn. Hello, Sharon. What's up, Jamie? Hello, Jeremy. Nice to see you. Hi, Amy. Amy, I'm loving your post today, Amy. all over it. All over them. Hey. So I was thinking, you know what? I think I just need to cuddle, right? I was cuddling with him earlier, and it felt good, and all these correlations and similarities were happening as I was laying there and listening and thinking, and I'm like, nope, we're gonna show up, we're gonna show out, even with our wild and crazy self, with our our eyes have been crying. I don't know how long and how much today, but it's all good. But this is a part of it, right? And this is what my spirit was saying to me. It's not, like I've said and shared, it's not all about, the fluffy and the good and the happy and the blah, blah, blah. That's all wonderful, right? That feels so good. That's my normal state. That's my normal, vibe and way of living. However, it's in these moments right now, right? The truth. Here's where the truth really comes out, right? When we're sad, we're crying, we're ugly crying. You know what that like. What's that like, right? We all have our own ugly cry. We all have our own. And it's in those moments that we become so strong, that we become so resilient, that we just amaze our own damn self on what we can do, what we know, and how we can put that forward, right? So here's what my truth is, right? So let's just take a moment. If you have not asked yourself today, right? And I'm hoping and praying that you're asking yourself this every single day, every day. What is my truth in this moment? What is my truth today, right now, right? Thanks, Ames. I'm taking all the love. I'm taking all the love. So ask yourself, get quiet, close your physical eyes so that you can open your spiritual eyes, and you ask yourself, what's my truth today? Right? And my truth, as I shared, and I know some people are gonna have a problem with the words, that's okay, right? If you have a resistance to certain words, work it out, right? Write them down. Do some deep dive as to, why does that resonate with me like that, right? Why does that send a shiver up my spine or down my spine or across my chest, right? My truth, the truth is I'm dying, right? The truth is I'm dying. And on one hand, I'm so excited. Same as my patient. On one hand, he's so excited, right? He is so excited that the process is happening, right? Things have picked up today. He's very happy, even in the state that he is. Now, for some, that's upsetting. For some, that's, right? That doesn't feel nice, but when you're ready, right? And when you're ready, you're so excited when you see forward movement. You're so excited when the progress and the process is happening, right? So that makes complete sense. And I myself, I'm dying too. Not my physical self, right? My physical self is healthier than whatever, whoop, whoop, right? However, I am allowing my spiritual self and that old self of Rita to die. And how do I know that, right? How do we know when we are dying? How do we know that we are having this leveling up, that we're having this process of change, that we're having this, I don't even know what to call it, right? At some point in the process, you don't know what to call it. You don't know like where to put your finger on it, right? Because just something's different. You feel different. Things are happening different. And you start to see different people coming into your experience. You're vibrating differently, right? Like you're like kind of looking like, what the holy shit, man? Oh, Rosa, what's up, girl? What's up? Carolyn, I love you. Thank you. Yes, Debbie, you are a fighter. Yes, Jamie, my truth is I need to shut it off tonight because I am listening to my heart. In this moment, I need to snuggle with my boy. There you go, girl. Go snuggle. That's what I was doing before I came on here, right? My guy needed to snuggle. He loves to cuddle. He just did this, barely awake, and he's like, right? Telling me to come over here. So that's exactly what I was doing, right? But let me tell you, this process of dying, this process of letting go happens for all of us. Whether we want to call it that, whether we want to recognize it, many of us fight it, right? Many of us fight it. And I just decided I'm not going to fight it anymore. So how do I know this? I know this by my list, my agenda, my schedule, my sticking to it, right? Now, I like to keep it simple. So I wake up at the same time. I try to go to bed at the same time, right? I try to keep it simple, right? I meditate for the same amount of time. Then I move on to my prayers. I move on to my writing. Then I move on to my working out, right? Like that system and process, I like it simple and easy, right? And the more you stick to it, there was a shift that happened a few weeks ago where I was excited. I was excited to wake up early, excited to wake up and meditate, excited to wake up and pray, excited to wake up and sit and write my book. The book is gonna be fabulous, people, okay? I'm so excited, right? But fabulous to spend time. That is showing up and showing out. Not like, oh, now I gotta do this and this, right? But when you have that shift in attitude, because you know you're doing what you need to do for you, because you know you're doing the right thing for your spirit and your dreams and your goals, something happens, right? So I feel this. Now I'm having experiences and people come to me that are showing me in my experience, oh, Rita, you're doing the damn thing. I'm loving all the love, people. I love how our tribe loves up one another. I really do. It just makes me so happy and it excites me to no end. I am telling you, that is one of the things that I love about Soul Sessions on Friday. So many of you now are friends with each other who were not friends before, who did not know. It's those connections, right? It is that thread of just goodness that we weave with each and every one of us. You know, Amy, we're gonna have to have a little outing. Jamie and my nephew are coming in a few weeks because we're teaching a class at Unity. You should come and join us. And we'll have to have an outing, people. We'll have to get together. We're gonna have to have a movement party, right? I have a pool at my condo. We might have to have a pool party, people. And just chill. I love that. Put that together, right? We will put that together. But if you're doing something, if you have some things, right? I have a couple things. You might have a one thing, right? Drinking more water, getting out and going for a walk, spending more time in meditation, spending more time with spirit, reading, right? I save my reading to the end of the day. Unless I have time during the day, I have a nice half an hour when I go to bed that is just for reading. Because right before I want to go to sleep, I want my mind filled with goodness, right? I want my mind just to go. I want spirit to just have that be there to just cultivate, marinate, right? And for me to wake up like, boom. So that I like to save that to the end of the day, right? But you might have a one or several things that you have been doing consistently, and you are now seeing the fruits of that labor. I am seeing and feeling the fruits of that labor, right? Where my old self, she is bye-bye. There are things that I used to think that I don't think anymore. There are ways that I used to feel about my man suit, right? I don't feel those anymore. Things I used to feel within my being, I don't feel those, right? Connections with spirit like I have never recognized ever, right? Although all my readings this week have just been like, read, damn. I'm like, what, man? What? I love it, right? You will see in your experience what that feels like. Let yourself die. Let yourself go. Maybe this is something that you want to stop doing, right? And I know all of us, it's about judgment. I know all of us, it's about love, right? It's about love. It is about us being willing and able to love ourselves more every single day. Just a little bit. Just a little bit changes the game, right? It changes everything. Everything. And then whether we're just, right, a newborn baby, as I'm with my little niece, right, who's 2 months old, and she just wants to be loved up, right, and cuddled and held. Here I am seeing at 88, right, in his last days, weeks, moments of life, same thing. Loved up, cuddled, just held, the whole thing, right? Same thing. We all want the same things: to be loved, to be appreciated, to be cared for, right? To have someone be there for us when we need them. When we need them, right? And many times that's us. We need ourselves to show up and be there for ourselves when we need him or her to do that, right? That we can trust and rely on ourselves to be able to do or just be silent and be present, right? To hold space for, right? And knowing that we can trust and that we're gonna do it. So let yourself go. If you don't have a something that you're challenging yourself, find a something. Because I know that there's a something that you want to change within yourself. It's just about making the decision. It's about making the decision. It's about creating the plan and executing. And some days we're going to trip and fall, right? Some days we are going to trip and fall and face plant. But guess what? We're going to get right back up. We're going to get right back up. It's all good, right? It's all good. No matter what we look like, right? No matter what we look like, no matter if we have big old puffy eyes, no matter what that is, it doesn't matter, right? Because if you show up and show up for yourself, something happens in your mind. There's something that happens in your heart, right? And you're building that foundation. We're always building our foundation. Are we building it or are we tearing it down, right? And I recognize I just want to move I just want to move slowly. Because I want to put my bricks up brick by brick, right? Brick by brick. That's it. It doesn't have to be fast. I don't have to be first. I don't have to do any of that. I want it to be solid, right? I love that word, solid. I want it to be solid. I want it to be firm. I want it to be secure. So, let yourself go, right? Let yourself go. And no matter whatever state you are, right? Like, I don't feel like my normal self right now, right? I just feel sad. I feel tired. But I also feel compassion. And I feel there is joy in here, right? And I feel excited to show up for my patient, for myself, for my entire tribe, no matter what it looks like, right? No matter what it looks like. You show up for your people, for your family, for you, no matter what it looks like. Because yourself, your higher self, will love you for it. Will absolutely love you for it, right? So, if I can show up all wild and crazy, puffy eyes, crying all day, looking like this, so can you. So, I don't think I've ever come to a live without any makeup on, like, and not prepared. Like, I don't think. But it doesn't make it any less real. It doesn't make it any less raw. It doesn't make it any less truthful, right? This is all my truth in this very moment. So I love you. I'm about to go back and cuddle with my patient, right? Go cuddle with my patient. His lovely wife was here today, and he had 2 big St. Bernard dogs. Those things were running amok today, right? They were running amok all over the house, even in spirit, right? They're banging things, knocking things over. It was crazy. I'm like, and there goes the blanket, right? Now you would think it was like wild up in here, like things were moving and going. it was a little crazy, right? It was a little crazy. It was absolutely hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. But to anyone else, there was a neighbor who was here, and he was like, cause like the chair would move, then he go over here, the blanket fell off the off the couch, then over here the chair moved. He was like the dogs were so happy. Like the only thing that I can equate it to is that they were so happy that, and like they themselves had learned, like, how are you moving stuff? I didn't even know like animals could move stuff in spirit. Like I didn't even know that was a thing. Like who has a book on that? Because I need to read it. I did not know. But I was like, nope, that chair just rocked. Nobody's over there, right? Like poor little guy was like, what's happening? He literally said to me, what's happening? And I was like, there's just a lot of love in here. So it's just, you know, and he just looked at me and I just gave him a smile like, it's all good. I'm not scared. You don't need to be scared. I think he was scared for me because he knows I was spending the night. And I don't think he wanted me to think there was like some sort of poltergeist or something. He was so cute. He literally said, are you going to be all right in here? I'm like, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. Oh my God, it was so cute. It was the cutest thing. I was like, I totally needed that just big old laugh. I'm telling you, it was so great. So yeah, it was like a poltergeist up in here today, but it was fun. It was fun. It really was. So thank you all. I hope that you've had a fabulous Tuesday, and you know, just take a moment. It's so powerful. It's so powerful when you ask yourself and your higher spirit, right? Especially when you use your name, right? Use your name. When you ask your higher self, what's my truth today? Right? What's my truth in this moment? You get an answer. And if you're so willing to actually follow it and to work on it or to acknowledge it, right? Oh man, oh man, right? I know, because I hear from you, right? So many of you have been with me. I don't even know how long we've been doing Truthful Tuesday. I think a year now. I hear from so many of you. That alone is going to be a book. I'm telling you, we're going to write a compilation book of Truthful Tuesdays, because the growth, the expansion, what you've learned about yourself, people need to know about it, right? People need to know. We need to share. So I want you all to just to put that in your radar, right? Start to really ask yourself, and what would be your chapter, right? If you had like 7 or 8 pages, what would be your chapter? Because we're making a compilation together, people. Making a compilation together. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love to get your messages. You know, I love the voice text. I love them all, because we've all had such amazing aha moments by asking ourselves. Everything we need to know is right in here, right? It's about accessing it. It's all about accessing it. What is the best, and you know what I'm going to say, the easiest way to access that truth, right? The easiest way to access the truth. So have a fabulous night. Yes, Rosa, I will. I have not been looking at the comments, people. I'm sorry. But for all of your questions, I will go back and answer all of your questions. I love you. Have a fabulous night, and I'll be seeing you soon.